In Coronation Street, Maggie Driscoll, Pauline McLynn, has been concealing a shocking secret for years, and in tonight's episode it finally began to surface. The drama unfolded on the day of Jim McDonald's funeral, where Ben wanted to show his support for his new friend Steve McDonald. However, Maggie clearly seemed uneasy about Ben attending the funeral, though the reason for her discomfort was not immediately obvious. Later on, the real cause of her anxiety became clear. After the service, Steve and Ben returned to the Rovers, where they were joined by two of Jim's old army companions. Their arrival instantly made Maggie nervous. Eager to get them out of the pub, she attempted to persuade Ben to ask them to leave. She tried to convince him by reminding him that he had a hospital appointment scheduled for early the next morning. Despite her efforts, Ben refused to end the gathering and continued chatting with the guests. Maggie's worst fears soon materialized when one of Jim's former friends approached her outside. The man made it clear that he recognized her from the past. Although he reassured her that he had no intention of causing trouble, Maggie was visibly shaken by the encounter. He revealed that he remembered her from Belfast and knew she had once been involved in a romantic relationship with Jim. It was obvious that Maggie had kept this part of her life hidden for many years. The big question now is how far she might go to keep the truth buried. Maggie has plenty to lose if her secret becomes public. It is expected to be revealed later that Jim McDonald was actually Ben's biological father. If that truth comes out, it would mean Ben and Steve are half-brothers. Maggie has already started to realize how dangerous her secret could be. Earlier, she witnessed her grandson Ollie Driscoll taking Steve's daughter Amy Barlow out on a date. Fearing the consequences, Maggie did everything she could to prevent their relationship from developing. She deliberately interfered in their lives to stop the romance from progressing. At first, Maggie wasn't pleased when Ollie began showing interest in barmaid Lauren Bolton. However, she eventually decided to encourage their connection instead. She even arranged a situation where Amy would walk in on Ollie and Lauren kissing. As expected, Amy ended her relationship with Ollie after seeing the moment. That incident likely gave Maggie a sense of relief for a while. But after tonight's tense confrontation, her worries have returned. The question now is whether she can continue hiding the truth from those closest to her. Or could someone eventually reveal the secret she has tried so hard to protect? Coronation Street star Catherine Tildesley has hinted that her character Eva Price could face a much darker storyline ahead as shocking scenes involving Megan Walsh begin to unfold. Eva is soon set to uncover the disturbing truth that her stepson, Will Driscoll, has been manipulated and abused by Megan. After relocating from Hull to live closer to the family, Megan has secretly continued grooming Will as part of a disturbing storyline that will reach a dramatic climax on screen next week. Meanwhile, Will's classmate Sam Blakeman is aware that something inappropriate is happening between the pair. Sam begins to consider telling his stepmother Leanne Battersby about what he knows, which could create serious trouble for Megan in Weatherfield. In a tense flash-forward episode, Megan was revealed as one of 5 potential murder victims. One of those characters will eventually be the dead body discovered by Betsy Swain later this April. Speaking to Inside Soap for a Mother's Day feature, Catherine Tildesley was asked whether Eva might become a suspect if Megan ends up being the one who dies. The actress suggested that such a twist would not be completely out of character for Eva. She explained that when Eva feels pushed too far, a fiery side of her personality often emerges and can be difficult to control. According to Catherine, Eva's first reaction after learning about Will and Megan would likely be shock and panic before turning into intense anger. She hinted that viewers already know how far Eva might go when someone she cares about is threatened. Catherine even joked that Eva could be quite frightening in that kind of situation. Another character included in the potential victim lineup is Maggie Driscoll, Eva's strong-willed mother-in-law, with whom she frequently clashes. Despite their disagreements, Catherine revealed that Eva actually understands Maggie more than people might expect. She suggested that if Ben were not involved in the family situation, Eva and Maggie might even become close friends. Catherine believes the two women share several similarities, particularly their strong personalities and their dedication to family. She also pointed out that both characters have a comparable sense of humor. As the family prepares to face difficult events in the storyline, the actress noted that recent scenes have shown the characters becoming stronger when they support each other. On Coronation Street, Will Driscoll is set to stand up for Megan Walsh, even as the disturbing truth about their relationship begins to surface in Weatherfield. Although Megan has been grooming the young boy while acting as his athletics coach, Will doesn't recognize the situation as abuse. Over recent months, the ITV soap has explored a serious storyline showing Megan manipulating Will, starting a romance with Daniel Osborne and pressuring Sam Blakeman to keep their secret. However, the truth about Megan's actions will finally begin to emerge next week when Daniel confronts her about what's really going on between her and Will. Sam isn't the only one who has grown suspicious, as both Lauren Bolton and Leanne Battersby have also sensed that something about the pair's connection seemed wrong. Even when Megan's behavior is exposed to much of Weatherfield, Will initially continue to defend her. Actor Lucas Hodgson Whale, who portrays Will, explained that his character doesn't realize he has been manipulated. According to the actor, Will does not view himself as a victim in the situation. In Will's mind, a victim is someone who has experienced serious suffering, and because he believes he's enjoying the relationship, he fails to see the harm. He remains unaware that Megan is carefully controlling and orchestrating everything behind the scenes. Instead, Will simply goes along with events without understanding how deeply the situation is affecting both his mental well-being and his family life. The actor warned that the storyline eventually becomes increasingly dangerous. Initially, Will strongly defend Megan because he believes their relationship is genuine. Hodgson Whale added that it will take a long time for Will to accept that the relationship wasn't equal and that he had actually been manipulated. Although he first supports Megan, Will eventually begin to confront the emotional damage caused by the situation. When he starts talking about the events with family and loved ones, he is expected to feel a deep sense of shame. Leanne, who is essentially part of his family, remains alert to the situation, though Will hasn't always been careful about hiding the relationship. At times, he has taken risks by showing affection publicly, including kissing in cars, without thinking about the consequences.